Good morning, Dubai. How are you doing? Welcome back to the Lovin Daily, where I take you through the top trending stories that everyone in Dubai is talking about. It's Sunday morning. We could not be more excited to be back in the office with our breakfast. Yay!
Yeah. The best part about Sunday, Ali and food.
And we're allowed food on the table.
Yay.
Despite all the equipment, we can have our breakfast on the table.
Yes, Casey's breakfast is just not at par with mine, but it's okay.
So I would accept that on a normal day, but this breakfast was made by my mom. Hi, Mommy. I have the healthy cake.
I'm just kidding. I was just really jealous, so I said that. But as soon as I came in, I'm like, what is that, Casey? And why is that not being shared with the rest of us? Like, you know,
I don't know what it is, to be honest.
But how does it taste?
It's really good.
Oh, I miss my mom now.
Thanks, Mommy. Top stories on the show today. We're talking about the fact that the UAE has remained on the UK red list, leaving many disappointed. We're also talking about a British woman smuggling 13 million dirham in cash in her suitcases to Dubai. She's been arrested. That was back in 2020, and now she faces jail time.
Oh God, and we'll also be talking about a new 50s themed Dubai diner and how it's turning heads in Dubai, as well as this vlogger going out and showing just how luxurious staycations in Dubai really get.
Before we get into it, how was your weekend? What did you get up to? We're looking at your comments. We're on Facebook. We're open on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Did you have a nice weekend? How busy were we? Did we do nothing? Did we go out?
For me, my weekend, it was by far the best, because in a very long time I slept in, caught up with all my movies and all my TV shows.
Oh, I love those.
Oh, those are actually the best weekends. So productive.
I love not productive weekend. So movies, when you say you caught up on movies and TV shows, one TV show she mentioned beforehand, she was like, I need to watch it. It's called
Cruella?
The morning show.
The morning show.
And then she sent me the link. So when you say caught up on movies, are you going to the theater or are you sitting at home in bed?
Sitting at home in bed. So the morning show, okay, that we'll talk about after you watch it as well, because it's really good. And it's us. The morning show is us.
I need to watch it. I need to.
But
it's research. Maybe I should watch it during work hours.
You have to. So we can talk about it, and it's got a lot to do with the Me Too movement. Anyway, but Cruella, it's like, you know, it's the backstory on Cruella de Vil from 101 Dalmatians, and it is so good. It is so good. It really celebrates madness and being different, and just, you know, it just celebrates being different, and it's amazing. You know, like the Joker. And we've had so many villains who've had a backstory recently coming out.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I really love that. I love seeing what makes a villain a villain. Like sometimes it's our perspective, how we see people, and not all people are bad. And some people, and a lot of the people are not born bad. Circumstances make them bad. So it's great to see the backstory behind it.
Interesting. The only thing I knew about Cruella de Vil was that people were really praising the fashion and the makeup, and they're making apparently going to make a makeup line out of the whole setup. But are you talking about learning about a villain before the villain becomes Cruella de Vil? Does she warrant that name after watching the movie? Did they misname her?
Honestly, you know, like the movie Cruella de Vil, the one that was made in 2021 with Emma Stone, by the way, her acting was just so good, amazing.
I love her.
Seeing her as the villain, it's like very liberating, honestly, because she always plays the good character, the sweet one, the girl next door. So it's very liberating, and the fashion. But apart from that, the movie and this movie, you cannot really connect it to 101 Dalmatians. Like, they show her as the underdog and someone you misunderstood, and it doesn't really tie into the story of 101 Dalmatians, because in the cartoon movie, the villain skins the dogs. Like, she kidnaps all the dogs to skin them and make them into a coat, and that's not what you get from this one. So this could have been a separate movie all on its own.
So what you're saying is we could go and take a classic movie that's really, really famous, make something totally different, but just call the name similar, and be like, oh, it's connected. So I could make something called something about a shark, and I could be like, well, it's connected to Jaws, so everyone goes to watch it.
Like Ursula, that's not been made yet, from The Little Mermaid. You can just make something whole, like a completely different backstory on her,
But it potentially helps them to connect the two.
I mean, it's great to see what makes a villain tick, honestly. And sometimes it's just our perspective and how we see people, because we love to make a villain. We love to hate someone. So...
And it shows what can happen when people are treated badly. Is that it?
Yeah, very true.
Let us jump into our top stories. So one thing that dominated headlines this weekend, it's the news a lot of people were waiting for, but it's not the news you hoped for. The UAE has remained on the UK's red list, leaving many disappointed. So the UAE ambassador to the UK, Mansour Abahul, he stated his disappointment on Friday after the UK announced that the UAE will remain on its red list. So in the statement, he said that we have the best-in-class health and safety infrastructure here to protect visitors and residents. This includes rapid testing, social distancing and sanitization procedures at our airports, as well as Emirates and Etihad Airlines fully sanitizing all planes. He went on to add that the UAE is among top countries in the world for both vaccination rate and its testing program. But unfortunately, despite all of this, the news was announced on Friday or Saturday. You guys let me know, because I'm sure you're keenly waiting for it, that the UAE has not been upgraded from the red list to even the amber list. 7 countries in total were then added to the red list, including Egypt and Sri Lanka. No countries were added to the green list, and I believe Portugal was knocked down from the green list down to the amber list, so they're being very strict. That's the news. Very disappointed here, and you can see from your comments that there's a lot of UK residents very, very, very upset by this. There's some really interesting comments. One that kind of leaped out at me was by Nicole on Trend, friend of Lovin's, if you follow her on Instagram.
Of course, who doesn't?
And I think her point was very strong. She said, what was the point of a vaccination program? What is the incentive for anti-vax to get vaccinated? The UK government is showing zero faith in the vaccines if they aren't allowing double vaccinated residents back into the UK without quarantine. We are a British double vaccinated Pfizer family thanks to the UAE government and still aren't allowed back in. She goes on to mention the kind of mental health implications of quarantine, but I think that's kind of the biggest point that many people are making. You know, if you are vaccinated, why can you not go and vaccinate in your own home? Of course, there's arguments on both sides, but that's kind of the trend of what we're seeing the comments on our post saying.
No, that is completely, like, I completely agree with that. And I think the amount of disruptions happening during the pandemic, we should get to the point where it's like decreasing by now. And it's about, I mean, with the amount of precautions that the UAE is taking, it really makes very little sense why the UAE is still on the UK's red list. And even with the UAE banning travel to Vietnam, they still, like you said, with the vaccinations, they're one of the clauses, like travelers who are exempt from this travel ban are those who have been fully vaccinated with both the doses and doses that have been approved by the World Health Organization, and they will be allowed entry provided that they have completed 28 days since taking the vaccination. So that is one of the clause for those for passengers traveling from Vietnam to the UAE. So I mean, if the UK rolls out something similar to this, it should be okay for them, you know, for the country to be off the red list.
This is the thing, I think that's the point a lot of people are making. However, on the flip side, Ami Anna made the point, and I think this is a very strong point, that it's probably because Dubai is a main travel hub and people must transit from all over the world. So it's not just looking at people here in the UAE and how the UAE has managed the pandemic, it's people flying in from all over. And it's just a really tricky one, because then you look at countries who are, you know, in severely affected by COVID-19 right now, and does that mean we would open up to them? Yeah. Let's say for India, have we opened up to them for vaccinated cases? It's a case-by-case basis made by every country. But just going into this long summer, UK residents, I feel your pain.
But there are lots of mixed predictions on what's going to happen, because we've seen so many articles and agencies coming out and saying that the travel bookings for British people coming to Dubai and the UAE, it's increasing. Like the number of bookings
risky
for hotels,
bookings.
Yeah, it is risky.
Very
for sure.
Risky bookings.
But it might happen, you know, like as we progress onto Expo, you never know, like things can change overnight.
Yeah, this is Expo's after the summer. Expo's October.
Yeah.
I think people booking flights in anticipation of things opening up. I just think after the year we've had, and
yeah,
and this is just because I know a lot of people are doing it, and I know that there was a lot of conversation in, let's say, the UK and Ireland, to the top social media that I see, people are, potentially booking Portugal, potentially booking Greece, potentially booking France, and it's like, I know it's been a really tricky year, and I know everyone wants to go on vacation. I'm, in a privileged position to say this, but just wait until it's a green country. Wait until you don't have to quarantine. The travel protocols are there for a reason. This news, it sucks, but we just need to wait it out. Like, I just wouldn't book in anticipation, because it's only hassle for yourself. That's the only reason. I just think it's too much questions up in the air. You've no idea what will happen.
For sure, I completely agree. And with the amount of variants that are coming out, and then Australia's just reported some variants of Delta that they found, and you don't know how it spreads and how fast it can. So yeah, like Casey said, I mean, if you have the choice, wait it out. And but
just don't book assuming that flights are going to open, because I just don't know if they will.
Yeah, the pandemic is not over, so just wait it out, give it the time, and then after that, travel as your heart pleases. But speaking of travel, if you're here in Dubai, you can obviously enjoy the many hotels and staycations here, because summers in the skyscraper-studded city screams staycations. And literally people from all over the world come down to Dubai to relish in the city's luxury and comfort. So if you live here and you're a resident here, or you're a visitor who's stuck here, just make the most of the city's hotels and resorts. Like this one travel blogger, Danny Dev. So he shared his experience at Park Hyatt Dubai, and I went there just recently for a takeover to Park Hyatt, and I think you've been there too, right?
No, it's so nice.
It's so nice, and the vlog, Danny's vlog, was actually just amazing, but no videos or pictures really do justice to just how beautiful that place is, from the suites to the view of the lake. It's a lake. It's something.
It's a creek, no?
It's a creek.
It's Dubai Creek?
Kill me. It's a creek. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it is a Dubai Creek. Okay, creek. But yeah, oh god, it's just so stunning. But Danny showed off all of the resort's many amenities, like the golf course, the restaurants, the glam suites. But most of all, the video really showed the luxurious and comfortable, how luxurious and comfortable a staycation in Dubai really gets. And hotels in Dubai are so inclusive with their packages and their amenities, like families. You can go with your sweetheart, you can go with your friends and just enjoy. And Park Hyatt especially, it makes you feel like you're not even in Dubai anymore. And likewise, so many other resorts make you feel the exact same way. So when you walk in, it's like you're in Maldives or Mykonos, or like this one especially, Park Hyatt, I felt like I was in Greece. It was just ridiculous.
Park Hyatt is so stunning. I love what they've done there. I think they had a renovation a little while ago.
Yeah.
And it's just because the whole hotel itself is quite luxurious, and you go out and you do feel like you're in Santorini or Greece or something.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
But it's a really good point about travel staycations in Dubai. We don't need to leave because some places are so stunning. They can be pricey.
I mean, see, you might just book a flight to go somewhere else and stay there just to get the feel. Like, might as well save half of that. Like if you're really in the mood to splurge, give yourself a little treat, then spend on that staycation, because a lot of the packages have so many things inclusive, like within it, like breakfasts or a dinner and just so many things. So, might as well check those out, go online, see which resorts offer the best packages, which hotels offer the best packages, and just go for that over the summer instead of just beating yourself up over not traveling.
Yeah, and I do think that more people, and it's just like last summer, it's another tough summer that we're all going into. More people are going to be looking inwardly for holiday staycations, especially with Eid, a 6-day vacation coming up in July. So I would suggest booking ASAP, because those prices are only going to go up. I shouldn't have said it on the show. Should have booked something first.
Oh no. Please keep the prices the same if you guys are watching, hotel owners.
Who cares about demand? Keep them low. Moving on, a British woman, Smuggling Cash, has been apprehended. It was a story that happened over the years. I think it started back in October 2020. Her name is Tara Hanlon. And there were 4 trips in total. and she wasn't caught on the first three. I think it was a total of I'll get the money in a sec, but she was she was caught smuggling 13 million in total in her suitcases to Dubai. On her fourth trip, she was apprehended with 9 million in her bag. This was in October 2020. She was charged in the UK and now she awaits a sentence. So this has actually been an ongoing story for quite some time, and we're kind of coming into it at the end. She was a HR exec, I think, in the UK. She was one of a total of 8 people who've been arrested as part of this massive money laundering scam. I'm talking up to £50 million in total. That's according to the UK's National Crime Agency. So Tara will be sentenced in July, and she was told to pack a bag and expect some jail time. Basically, she was part of, like I said, a massive money laundering scam. 8 people in total, cash couriers getting paid a couple of £1,000s each per trip, were carrying these large sums of money in their suitcases to Dubai. This is from Manchester, this is from Heathrow, landing in Dubai. Like I said, this was her fourth trip. So she had taken, I think, about 1.4 million in July 14th, 1.1 million on August 10th, 1 million on August 31st, and then she was apprehended with a little bit more again in October. So this wasn't a one-time gig. And like I said, she was part of 8 people to do it, stuffing massive wads of cash into your bag to bring it to Dubai to effectively put it into the economy here, clean it, to potentially then use it for criminality purposes. So she's going to face jail.
That is crazy. How do these people even think they can get away with it? Coming into the country with so much cash, knowing how strict Dubai airports are, like airports all around the world are strict, but Dubai police are just always so on point with checkings and to catch drug peddlers and money launderers. So how do they? All this time she did get away with it, right?
She got away with it 3 times, and on the 4th time she was caught. And then on the 4th, I think it was kind of like there was a massive investigation going on by the National Crime Agency, and then in total they had their eyes on a number of cash couriers. So she wasn't the only one. So that kind of goes to show how common it possibly is, and the fact, they 8 people carrying millions of pounds in their suitcases.
Oh my God, I want some. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, it's taken now by UK authorities, and like I said, the judge said to her she'll be sentenced at the end of July to expect some jail time. I think another person involved in that cash currying situation got 2 years.
But it's, I hope they find the main gang behind all of this, because these are just pawns to a bigger, chess master who's sitting somewhere, hiding away, controlling all of this.
With all their money.
Oh yeah, the puppeteer. Yeah. Oh my God.
Chess master is good too.
No, it wasn't. That didn't make sense. But yeah, like I hope they get to the whole ring that's organizing all of these crimes, because human trafficking, money laundering, drug trafficking, like all these big crime rings, they need to stop.
100%. And I would wonder, we're so sometimes naive with this stuff, but I just wonder how common it is. Like, I wonder if I've ever been sitting beside someone carrying cash. I could not get through the airport with that money. Like, could you imagine if you were in a situation that forced you to do this?
Oh God.
Trying to would come. Woo, not okay. I think I'd admit guilt, but I was like, I have to check my bag. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I couldn't do it.
Have you ever been in that position where you carry anything not allowed, like excess of anything, and you're just like stressing out? Yes. Are
we talking about excess baggage potentially?
No, not excess baggage. Like, for example, with me, there's a certain amount of money you can carry, like to India and to the UAE.
This conversation is not going where it's meant to go.
No, like I might have carried 1,000 dirhams extra, and that was stressing me out in every way possible.
Because it's not allowed.
But it was like somehow it just like. But anyway, I love your earrings.
Thank you.
They look so good.
Paid for them with my own money.
Like pineapples.
They're actually a gift from my boyfriend's mom.
Really nice.
Thank you very much.
But moving on to like other exciting stuff in Dubai. Not like this was exciting, not like the news that we just spoke of was, but I mean, exciting stuff. Moving on to exciting stuff. A video of a 50s themed resto in Dubai is going absolutely bonkers on social media, and no prizes for guessing why. Now, the saucy 50s inspired interiors, the bright colors, themed uniforms, and the waiters even have rollerblades on, so they roll around with your food.
What?
Yeah.
Amazing.
So it wasn't there. Did you see the video that was there in an article?
Yeah.
It didn't show in that video, but I was just checking out their gram, and oh, it looks so cool. Like, oh, diners are just such a rage. Now, milkshakes and the all-round classic American diner feel, it's just heaven for your Insta snaps. And located in Al Habtoor city, the cute diner is called Sauce. And going by the video that you can see beside us, it looks like the diner is the diner completely transports you to the Monroe-esque era. And does the diner give you any vibes of like the place where Monica worked on Friends?
I haven't been there, but yeah, similar feels.
No, like not been there. Like, you know, from seeing it, I was checking out the name. She worked in the Moon Dance Diner.
Wow.
With this,
look at that hair.
With this get up, and she used to wear rollerblades and always fall down.
It's got serious diner vibes. Do they have Johnny Rockets here?
Yeah, in Dubai, yes, they do.
Similar to that.
You know what? Like, that's where milkshakes and burgers, I don't know, it didn't originate from there, I don't think so, but that's where it gained its popularity. Diners, American diners.
No, I think so, because correct me if I'm wrong, burgers, fries, that's American food.
Yeah, that is American.
And fast food, and then it all, like, that whole diner scene originated there in the 60s.
It's like eating at a diner that gives you those proper American vibes. I feel like it's just so doing the food justice. You know, like you're eating. I'm just watching the tram go by and it's distracting me. I feel like a dog, you know, just losing concentration on what I'm talking about. But it's fine. But yeah, it's just, you know, giving us proper... Casey!
What do you mean? Do you mean the tram or the metro?
The tram! It just passed by, it's fine, it just went. It's gone, it's gone.
Anyone on the tram today? Simran is watching you.
You're watching you. You know what? You're never truly unwatched. Someone's always watching you. If not us, God. Or Dubai's police with their CCTV cameras.
How careful are you about being watched?
Not really.
Yeah. Well, clearly not from what's happened on the show today. But like, I am of the thought that I am like our phones are like by I'm not talking about it, I just talk about in general, you know, you download an app for free and you're using their services for free.
Yeah.
Then they have your data immediately. I just know. So I would always be very careful about things that I say on WhatsApp. I don't know.
Yeah.
Pictures. Ali, are you the same? Would you be careful? Would you feel like someone has your data?
It is kind of iffy when it comes to social media and downloading specific apps or new apps that you don't really know are that reliable in terms of privacy. So it's kind of like a black and white kind of thing. It's a bit of maybe a little bit of gray side.
Yeah.
But I don't worry about it too much because I have nothing to hide. That's in terms of me, but in terms of other people, they might, you know.
You have nothing to hide, Ali?
I absolutely have nothing to hide.
You have nothing to hide? Oh, yes, nothing to hide? Sure. Moving on.
What does that even mean?
I think you'd know what that means.
Alibaba is pure. How dare you?
I'm not like you, Sarah.
Rude.
No, I've just moved on. It's just, you know, when you download apps, there's pages and pages and pages of terms and conditions. Anyway, I'm a paranoid person.
But you know what? As we advance with technology, it's like you got to win some to lose some. So you will be losing out on privacy as we advance more, and you need more, like, you know, like it's gonna become a Big Brother show. The world, us, we're all contestants.
From TikTok diners to privacy legislation, that is it for us on the Lovin Daily. Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Stay safe, wash your hands. We'll see you tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Bye.